Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick review of some tights that I've got here. But before I do so quickly, I haven't been getting out much and doing some hiking as much as I would like to. The summer here has been relatively cool and wet, and we've had a lot of weekends where there's been lots of rain and some flooding events around the country. So I haven't been able to get out, although I have been doing a little bit of day walks and just my training trails, as I call them, and I've done videos of those, so I haven't really recorded very much more. However, I have been focusing a little bit more on my motorcycle kit, and so I've got some bits and pieces coming up for that. Downsized my loadout a little bit and reorganised it, and as part of what I'm doing, I've also managed to finally get hold of some Fjallraven Abisko Trekking Tights. So part of the reorganisation that I've been doing of all my camping kit around the motorcycle stuff, I came across finally a pair of the Fjallraven Abisko Trekking Tights, and these are the men's ones. These have been out of stock for quite some time, and I did find a pair online in Australia, and I think they were sort of like towards the last pair. I sent a email to Fjallraven, who said yes, they're out of stock, and there's a new version come out, which is just called the Tights and Tights Pro. But I was specifically after the trekking tights. Now there's a reason behind this, and as I go over the functionality of this, I'll explain why. So the main thing for these is that I wear different types of clothes when I'm hiking, from in the hot weather hiking skirt, and in colder weather the Vitapro trousers, and I wanted something that could go with the hiking skirt and also work by themselves, and so that's where these came in. And I've looked at different types of tights and leggings that are available, and these kind of like kept popping up. So this was a few years ago, and when I went to order them, couldn't find the right size and the right colour as well. But I did find some and did order them, and these ones fit. Now these are an XL, so I'm a 44-inch hip and a 38-inch waist, so these are XL sized, and they fit me quite well, and I don't need to wear a belt. But wearing a belt is one of the main purposes that I bought them. So they have, because they're men's ones, I guess, they have the belt loops. And when I'm out doing a day walk, I've got my hiking satchel, goes over my shoulder, and sometimes I like to have a few things on my belt, such as water bottle or something like that. And wearing a belt with any weight on it tends to drag the trousers down. If I'm just got the belt over the top of the trousers and not through any belt loops. When I put them on the belt loops and cinch the waist in, which is effectively what I'm doing with the belt, it holds the trousers in place and stops them falling down, and it means I can put some stuff in the pockets. And this is certainly the case with the Vitapro. I tend to have quite a lot in the pockets. So I wanted the same kind of thing, so hence these ones. Now with the new Abisko tights, they've gone back to a traditional tight style, so the belt loops have gone and so have the pockets, which I specifically want. I mean, the guy in me comes out and sort of like says everything trouser wise has got to have lots of pockets in it. So the new tights and the Tights Pro, they don't, and they also just have a cinch strap to pull it tight. So I think they've gone back to a traditional tight, which probably puts it out of the market that I'm looking for. I probably would wear them, but at the price they are, they've got to have a little bit more functionality than that. Maybe the male audience isn't the audience that they're selling into. Maybe the women just don't want pockets. I don't know. It's not something that I give any thought to. So I'm more functionality oriented. So these have 2 pockets, and they're zip down pockets, and they have nice leather tab on them, which you can grab when you're wearing them, and they're quite deep pockets as well. So I tend to keep keys and wallet in one side if I'm sort of like out and about, and various other loose ends, mask, that you have to carry these days, in the other pocket. And the pocket's got this mesh material on the inside, which comes through, and you can see it from the inside. And it's a stretchy mesh material. On the back, there's the flag, and inside is the logo and size tab. And on the front, there is a button clip, and it's quite a nice one. Holds itself in place. It's not one of those buttons that comes undone if you put a bit of weight on it. And then there's a nice zip that works really, really well. Down on the side, on the left hand side, there is another zip pocket, and this is just big enough to get my iPhone 7 in it, and it's got the washing label and various other things in it. Again, it's a mesh pocket. And on the right hand leg, there is another pocket, and this has just got a flap, and this is the one I tend to stick my phone in it, so I guess this is what's called a phone pocket. Now the new tights, they do have I believe a phone pocket on them, so you can see the new tights are more oriented for if you're going to be carrying anything, you're going to be carrying a bag or have a jacket on or something like that, which has got its own pockets, and then the tights themselves will just focus on being tights, which I guess is a good philosophy. The weight of these is 300 grams, I believe, and I'll put the material up. It's elastane and polyamide, I think, so the elastane gives it the stretch. And so that's how much they fold down to. You could probably fold them down a lot, so they're easily to, if you're wearing a Vitapro jacket or something like that, you could just stuff it in the pocket. It'll be a bit bulky, but gives you an idea for fit. The knee pad material is a funny kind of material. I'll put a link up, or put a display up for the material it's made of, and the texture on it is kind of funny. It's kind of like quite rough, and it's like it's got little tiny wee beans in it, but it's quite kind of robust, so I kind of like it, and it's got a on the back side and on the knees, so you can kneel down and crawl around in bits and pieces. Not sure, haven't tried them out in the wet yet, but certainly sitting on wet grass I don't feel the wet grass, and also the material is really, really stretchy, and I've kind of become and from a hiking perspective and just a general day-to-day wear, I'm a bit of a tights convert. So I've got the motorcycle tights, which I've done a review on, and I've got these now, and I probably might buy just a pair of sports ones as well, for different usage. So these are really, really comfortable to wear, and I kind of wear them all day long in the weekends. I'm not wearing them at the moment, but I have been wearing them up until this morning, so Sunday morning. The temperature is 20 degrees Celsius and blue sky day, and it's 2nd of April, which for us is probably about 4 to 6 weeks away from the beginning of winter, so leaves are starting to fall on the ground and the soil temperature is dropping a bit now. So that's really all I wanted to say about these. There's not much to it. They're very, very simple garments. They come down, they hold really, really tight, and they come down into the boots. So over the top of, if you're wearing socks, over the top of the socks, but inside the boot. And and they go really nicely with a pair of dress leather boots as well. So so you kind of can wear them around the shops and everything, and they don't kind of look out of place, although with the padding and that you can spot the hiking tights. But I'm wearing Montane tops, a couple of layers. There's just a slightly cool breeze blowing through the house, and these have just gone really well with it. So 20 degrees, I'll probably put them on if the temperature was below 15 or something, or there's a wind blowing, and then down to about 0 degrees, and I might put the Vidapros over the trousers over the top or something like that, or just my rain pants as well. I'll just go over the top of that if there's a strong wind blowing. So the cat's getting a bit warm. So he's just meowing at me, diving under the bushes. Yeah, so that was the really quick video that I wanted to do, and just to fill everybody in. I will try and get some time work-wise and do some a little review of some of the kit that I've been getting for the motorcycle in terms of bags and chairs and things like that as well. So I'll get that up as soon as I can find time to do that.